Hello everyone, welcome to Wizy. So today we'll be discussing about stock market, which we all are more enthusiastic toward. And over here you will get to know about trade, how we buy, how we sell, what all things you have to see while investing it up. So being an intern at Bombay Stock Exchange, that really made me also enthusiastic toward moving towards to invest in stocks. So let's start with something in which I got an opportunity to invest. I had it at 10 lakh rupees. I will give you a glimpse of it, what all thing I did, and at which you can also first of all try it up by taking a virtual money, which can help you up to further trade with your own money. So coming to the point, so over here I got an opportunity to invest 10 lakh rupee as a virtual amount on a Bombay Stock Exchange portal. So what happened? We invested near about 7 days. So it was from 9 to 16. So there were certain stocks which we had to invest. We got near about 10 lakh rupees. The more the maximum return you get out of it, you will win that competition. It was a small competition which we held at in our college only. So starting with that, how we invest, what all things you see while investing it up. So there was certain portfolio of mine in the stocks in which I invested. Majorly, as this was a virtual money, so I have played on a higher risk, higher return. So you can see the Nesco Limited, Goa Carbons, Bajaj Finance, and Jet Airways. So you can see the green part of it. This shows the profit which I had earned. So you can see that 9,000, 95,000 I earned over here in Goa Carbons. Then I earned near about Jet Airways 23,000. So this was an intraday trading, which is known as on a day basis, on a daily basis, you buy and sell the shares. So you can see I generated a profit on near about 2 lakh rupees, 2,06,333. So this was near about 20% of my investment in a 7 day, which is a very good return. If we see a bank rate, which is near about fluctuate from 8, 6 or 7%. So this is basically opportunity cost while investing in any other asset or a stock. We see it up. So starting with my portfolio, this was my portfolio. First was Nesco Limited, then Goa Carbons, Bajaj Finance, Bharat Petroleum, Jet Airways, DHFL. So what made me to invest in these firms was I just saw the stock price at that point of time. So this is basically the investment was near about at the time duration in 2018 in October month when the stock market was really down. So we can see I will discuss majorly about these portfolios, these stocks, what all things made the stock price down and what all things made them up in future or in upcoming future will help them you also to grow to invest in those stocks. So starting with Nesco Limited. So we can see what all things you have to see while investing in a stock. So there is a share price trend which shows you the stock price movement throughout the year or a month, 3 month duration. You can see on Google also or a money controller site. You can see about the 3 months, year or 10 years, 6 years past. So after seeing the trend of the stock price, I saw the stock price was fluctuating on a daily basis. And even that too, the best time is to invest in a stock when the stock is at a downside. So I saw in the near about on 25th or 20, yeah, 30th September or 1st or 2nd October, the stock price was near to, you can see it was 350 under 440, 450, which was less than as compared to past trend we can see because the stock was above 500, it had went till 600 also. So I thought this is the best time to invest in a stock and the market, and you can see the equipment sale value of the company also was moving in a country. So it has been increasing throughout the past year. So this down was due to the market rates, the market economy. The economy was also down at that point of time. So this time is the best to invest in any stock. But yes, over and all, I saw a good return in this stock. So that was the major concern of investing in this stock. So we can see this stock was moving down in from last 6 months, but it fluctuated on the daily shows movement on the both side. And the market growth, the CAGR was also around 6%, which shows a good depict about the company even. And when I went to even you can see the financial statements also. Financial statements are basically seen when you go for the long term investments. So for the long term investment, you can see the year on year growth, quarter on quarter growth, what all there. You can see certain ratios, EPS. So these things depict, these things tells you to invest in a share, how much return you will get out of it. So in this, I found it a very good profitable stock in which I earned a good profit out of this stock, and this made me generate a good profit in my competition even. So first moving to Bharat Petroleum, we had seen a petroleum side was in a news from last, I would say in a year. So in a past year, the petroleum was much, the price regularly fluctuate, even The price fluctuation really makes a fluctuation in the stock market also, which depicts, you can see in the price trend even, you can see there is a regular ups and downs in the stock price. And we had also seen the drop in the market, the sudden drop from near about 370 to 250 rupees. So you can see how much drop it had been. It was near about 70 rupees. I would say it was more than 120 rupees, which has went down. So this is how a market is the best time to invest for an investor, because at that point of time the market is really on and the market will go up suddenly when the economy will automatically regain its power. So we can see over here in the petroleum industry, through the growth and crude oil production of in our India. So firstly, we had a very less crude oil production, but yes, the natural gas production is also very high in our country. With that, the percentage of growth in crude oil production is also increasing. So this increase shows that there's a potential in the market. So this potential can help you to get and invest in these stocks. So this was the best stock of mine in which this was moving, as I stated, this was moving in the range of 350 to 450 and suddenly get dropped. So I bought a maximum share near about 258 share and booked a profit of near about 58,000 in 6 days. It's a very good return when you have these types of stocks. So as I stated, there are certain aspects in this stock also. We can see there was a growth also, but yes, why net profit is down? Net profit is down due to the pricing of the petroleum. That prices are done by the government. Over here, government also plays the role. So now it depends from where they are getting those petroleum. Is it from America, Arab countries, from where they're getting this? So these are the certain aspects. So we can see the pestle effect also comes over here: political, economical, social, technical. So these are also aspects which we have to see while investing in a stock. So coming to my second stock, which was the maximum profit giving stock of mine, that was Goa Carbon Limited. So you can see the stock was really fluctuating on a daily basis, and even that too, it was fluctuating at very higher rate. So I will tell you why I invested much over in the stocks which are fluctuating really, on a daily basis. The reason was investing in these stock was, as this money was a virtual money for me. So investing a virtual money doesn't take my hard money out of it. So over here, the main concern of investing in these stocks was, as they were fluctuating on daily basis, they were also giving me good return and they can also make me a good loss also. But yes, while you have a very good knowledge about when to invest, when to sell, you can generate a good profit in an intraday trading. So this all happened with me. As Goa Carbons was fluctuating on a daily basis, you can see from stock near about went to 900 rupees and suddenly went to 450 rupees. So how much down it is? Near about 100% down it is. So this is the best time to invest in any stock like this. And the compounded annual growth rate, you can also see it up. That is 8 to 9%, which means the consumption was also increasing. And even that too, our production was not that much good in pet and coke, but yes, the consumption was increasing on the daily basis, which increased the demand of a product. When the demand increases, the price also increases. Price increases, the stock market also fluctuates. So this is how it impacts. So you can see the growth in this also. There was a revenue growth of 77% on a year-on-year basis, which is a very high growth. And net profit, you can also see it was 467%. And after the quarterly, we can see it was a minus 7%, but the profit was increased by 368%. So you can see how it was impacting much more to the economy. And even EPS, you can see it is 58.84 and PE ratio, that is 11.97. So these are the ratios which you calculate on for. So these are the ratio basically you calculate for future perspective when you have to invest for long term basis, because these ratios are very essential. This give you a reality of a stock from a past years, which makes you further to invest in these stocks. But yes, when you have to invest for the short term basis or an intraday, so you have to see the stocks which are on the basis of on the daily basis or the trends, which gives you a glimpse of the stock, how the stock is, how it will perform, because certain stock goes down suddenly and they don't get up in a future period of time. So you can also link it up, the stock is really moving down. So this is how it's a best for the investment. So Jet Airways, Jet Airways is one of the airline company, and most of the aircraft company doesn't earn profit, generate profit much. So you can see Jet Airways, if I started from, I also gone through with the reports of Jet Airways from 2017, 18 and 16, 17. They only started generating profit from last 2 years only. Before that, they were making net profit as a loss, because the reason is the high fuel cost, which really impact these aviation industry. Yes, the best time why I invested in this stock was, as I stated, at that point of time in near October, near 10 October, the market was down, and that time was the best to invest in any stock. Any stock. Why I say any stock? Because this this stock price going down of the stock price is due to the economy, not of a single person, not of we say beta value of share. So this is how a beta value share impact. So what is beta value? I will tell you this also. So beta value is what, let's imagine a stock has a 1 beta value. So if a market goes down by 1%, the stock market will also fluctuate by 1%. If has a 2 beta value, if a stock market goes down, so the market of that stock would also go down by 2%. So this is how it impacts. So you can see the stock was also really going down in this Jet Airways, but certainly according to the management report, if you see it up, these stock shows that these are the company which will gain in future, because this company was earning profit from last 2 years, can give you much more profit out of it. So this is how we seen in this, and which really generated profit out of it, which made us to get near about 20% of profit after investing a 10 lakh rupees. So now it comes about a Bajaj Finance. Financial services is always, mostly these stocks are very good growing stocks which have a very good return in future, because as we have seen, the people are moving toward the financial service, people are moving toward mutual fund, these all things, they want to invest more in the market because they had seen the opportunity cost is too higher to invest in a market rather than having a FD in a bank or a different place. So this is how they are moving towards. As we have seen, the expected growth in NBFC vehicle is 300 bps faster over the 3 fiscal years of 220. So this shows the data which shows you the how it is changing throughout the year. You can see over here the NBFC public deposit in US $1 million amount from 9 to year 17, final year 17, how it has increased. I would say it is near about, if we see, it's a it is near about 200 in 293, and now it has gone to 60,000. 60, it's 6,098. It is near about, you can say, 500, 600, 800,000 times up. So this shows how it is impacted, how it is increasing. So it shows a steady growth of 100% from last 6 months. This how you impact to invest in shares. So what happened when I was investing, I was showing that the stock market was going up from 7 May, it was moving up only, and suddenly it dropped down. So I thought it's the best time to invest in a stock like a Bajaj Finance, which is showing a very growth potential from its financial reports, and even that too from the trends also. So this made me to invest in this stock, but I also made a profit in this stock, which really made me to generate near about 20% of the revenue, which I stated earlier. So this is how you see in a stock while investing it up. So another financial aspect come over here was a DHFL. As I stated, the financial services were moving up in the market, so which really made me to move toward to certain sector. While you invest in a market, you have to see the sector in which you invest. So I was main concerned to petroleum and financial sector, which really made me to invest in like a DHFL, like Bharat Petroleum. You have seen Bajaj Finance, you have seen Jet Airways, just because it was linked to petroleum sector. So this is how you invest in an industry, while seeing the news, rumors, certain things about it. You get to know what the information, what all things are going in the market, what all government implications are moving on, which makes you to invest in a market. So you can see over here the mutual fund. So you can see the mutual fund market, how it's increasing. You must have seen many advertisements also related to mutual fund, how it has been booming in the industry right now. People are moving toward mutual fund because it's also known as a risk-free return, but usually it's not a risk-free return. But the way the interest they are generating out of it, it seems to be a risk-free return. So after seeing the DHFL market, the stock, you can see how good stock was DHFL, consistent stock. But suddenly near about 20th, I would say it was near about October, the stock went down. So this shows the stock market, how it fluctuated very high and how it went down. And you can see the stock was near about 600, suddenly went to 200. So this is the time when you see what had made this stock down. What's the reason? Is this a rumor or certain market implication or an economy which is impacting it? So this made me also to think about this stock. So when I gone through this stock, I show a positive thing in this stock, which was its revenue, which was increasing on year basis and even to quarterly. The profit might be less due to the cost increasing, but yes, over a period of time, if we see quarterly, the profit was increasing at a 67%. And yes, the mark, as I stated earlier, in October duration, the market was also down. So I thought like that, it might give me a small return, but this stock will really give me a return out of it. So you can see I also generated a profit out of this return, this market, this stock. This was the best time to buy the stock at any company. Share price fell drastically. So the government also impacted in this. I saw the regulation of the government, how they have free to NBFC which has maybe made NBFCs to come, and even that people are much more moving towards mutual funds. So this made me to invest in a DHF. So before thank you, I would like to share certain things with you. So this was basically a short-term trading which I did. So it was a short duration, it was an intraday base. Usually these three types of strategy are used in a short-term trading basis. You don't use a trend basically for a long term. You use trends, but you use the financial reports, many things, future perspective, business idea, management report, what all the managers are there, what was the CEO of the company, because these things makes you invest in a stock, because in a company everything matters, from an employee to a CEO level, how the employer turnover ratio of a company, what are the debt of the company, how leverage the debt is. This really make you to invest in a stock. So you have to see while investing in a stock, the way you will get into it, you will get more about it. This was basically intraday. You guys can also register on a BSC site, go over there, play like these games. You will get to know about the stock, you will get to know the reality of it, how to invest, how to learn. This is the practical experience you can get. So like our channel, share it up, subscribe it up. Thank you guys.